Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead has been on my to-watch list for quite a while. I finally got around to watching it, and for the most part, I'd say it was not too bad and is probably worth the wait. I am aware that there's a remake from last year, from 2024. I haven't seen it. If you can recommend it, please feel free to do so. I might get around to watching it at some point. But this one was released in 1991. It's directed by Stephen Herek. It's written by Neil Landau and Tara Eisen. And we have a cast including Christina Applegate, Joanna Cassidy, John Getz, Josh Charles, Keith Coogan, and various others. And this is about a babysitter who is hired to look after siblings over the summer while the siblings' mother is away. And then the babysitter dies. And teenager Sue Ellen decides to not tell anybody about it because instead that means she can be in charge. They will not have any rules. They will have complete freedom over the summer. No babysitter, no rules. But she has to learn that that way of living is not all that it's cracked up to be. And she has to learn a lot about growing up and maturing and the fact that, well, life can be difficult. And obviously the other siblings have lessons to learn as well. I think it's a great premise. It's not going to be for everybody. Obviously it's quite dark in nature, but it's also a very light-hearted film with a lot to offer. There are a lot of messages, a lot of opportunities for learning. I think it's quite fun and unpredictable. I wasn't sure where the narrative would go, and of course I'm not going to say, but I really enjoyed every aspect of the story. I will say it probably requires some suspension of disbelief. With certain things that happen, it can be a little hard to buy into if you're not willing to suspend disbelief, but as long as that's not a problem, I think you'll really enjoy the story, and I think it does work quite well. While I don't agree with everything Sue Ellen does, I did think that she was an interesting, well-written character. I think she is quite believable, and we do have some good character development as well. All of the characters are well-written, believable, likeable for the most part. I believed the family dynamic, everything, again, with a slight suspension of disbelief, everything was pretty easy to buy into, and it was an enjoyable experience. We also have some great camera work, great lighting, great music. In a way, the film feels kind of timeless. And I had that thought before realising there was a remake. And I was quite surprised to see that there was a remake. I'm not saying the remake shouldn't exist. I don't think I could come to that conclusion without watching it, but I think I will watch it sooner rather than later. But at the same time, I did watch this thinking I feel like this is a film that will appeal generation after generation. It's good fun, it's timeless. The messages are pretty important throughout. And it's something that I think a lot of people can enjoy. It is good fun as long as you don't mind the somewhat dark nature at the beginning when the babysitter is no more. So it did take me a long time to watch it, but I'm glad I got round to it because Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead is a good story. It's fun. There are some great messages. The characters are believable. The performances are great. It's definitely a solid film. I don't know if I'd watch it again, but at the same time, if I had a reason to watch it again, I wouldn't mind. It would be a pleasant experience. As I said, I think I'm going to watch the remake to see what it's like. This does feel timeless, so I don't know if a remake was necessary, but I will reserve judgment until I've seen it. And for now, needless to say, I'm pretty happy to recommend Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.